Hello everyone, my name is Miss Bolden and I'm one of the assistant principals here at SST Champions. Today I'm going to read one of my favorite stories to you. This is one of my favorite stories because it has something to do with my passion, with some of my hobbies, and of course I love to read about some of the things that I'm interested in. So today's story is called When I Grow Up by Misty Copeland. It's a nonfiction story about Misty Copeland's life. My name is Misty Copeland, and I was born on September 10th, 1982, in Kansas City, Missouri. I grew up in San Pedro, California with my mother and my older sister, Erica. I also have two brothers, Chris and Doug, and my younger sister, Lindsay, and younger brother, Cameron. I was a shy and quiet child, says Misty. I worked hard in school and I got good grades. I entered elementary school talent show with my friends Erica and Chris when I was 5 years old. We sang and we danced to the song Please Mr. Postman. Once I got up on stage and it was like a whole new Misty was born. I loved everything about it. Man, I remember those days performing as a child. What are some of the things that you love to do? Have you ever performed on stage? My sister Erica had been the star of the drill team when she was in middle school, and I knew I could do it too. I practiced for my audition for days, and then I made the drill team. I was even named captain. When I was 13, I started classes at Cynthia's dance studio. I quickly realized just how much I had to learn. Most of the dancers started taking lessons when they were in preschool. They learned basic steps of bar before moving on to choreographed dances, leaps, and spins. I was really behind. Since I started dancing so late, I had to take beginner classes with the little kids. I couldn't get enough of ballet. I watched videos of great ballerinas and I carried their magazines in my backpack. I was so into it. After about a year, my mom decided that I needed to quit ballet. She didn't think it was fair for me to spend all of that time dancing when everyone in the family was working so hard. I was devastated. I wanted to help out at home, but I certainly didn't want to quit ballet, especially because it was something I was so good at. So, my dance teacher, Miss Cynthia, had me watch my ballet performances, and she couldn't bear to see me give up on my dreams. She gave me amazing books about ballet to read. She even took me to see Paloma Herrera, one of my favorite ballerinas, perform. She also arranged for me to dance in some live performances. I starred as Clara in the Nutcracker, and again as Clara in an all-special African-American production of the Nutcracker, which we renamed the Chocolate Nutcracker. That show's still going on even today. Later that year, I applied for a summer workshop at all of the top ballet schools in the country. There, young dancers come to take classes and perform. Miss Cynthia covered the price of it all. At the end of the summer, the school offered me a spot to train with them year-round. Can you believe it? I was going to San Francisco Ballet School. I don't know if I was quite ready to leave my family at that time, so I said no. In the spring of 2015, I danced the lead roles in Swan Lake. I was the first African American to ever do so on the Met stage. And then, in June, I was promoted to principal dancer. I couldn't have been more happier or more proud of myself. I had worked so hard and for so long. I came from a large family, and my family couldn't always pay my way. I had finally achieved my goal of becoming the first ever African American female principal dancer with the American Ballet Theater. It's an honor and a dream come true, and I couldn't believe that I was the first. So what's next for me? My job as a principal dancer will keep me pretty busy with my classes. I have rehearsals and performances, but I plan on continuing to learn and take classes as well. I want to dance the lead roles in all of the most famous classical ballets. It's important for dancers of all backgrounds to see an African American woman in those roles because they weren't always that way, especially people who look like me. I might not always be able to dance professionally, but I will never stop dancing. Wow, what an inspiring story. This makes me feel so hopeful for the future and makes me understand that even as an educator in a school, that my students and even my staff knows that the sky is the limit and that they can continue to keep going. Thank you so much for reading this story with me. Bye-bye.